Hi YouTube world. I just completed a month-long trip using just these two items. This is full-on carry-on and a little day pack. And I watched about 1,000 videos before I went on this trip, so I thought I'd consolidate all my information here because I found that I pretty much used everything that I brought. I didn't have a lot of overpacking except for way too many tank tops. So I'm just going to dive right into it. Let me just tell you what kind of trip I did. I did 3 weeks, about 17 days in Asia, and then I had 5 days in America. So it was 25 days, I guess it would be 20 days in Asia, and then 5 days in Columbus, Ohio. And the weather spanned from about 50 degrees to about 90 degrees, from almost no humidity to being very, very humid. So I had to be ready for all those sort of things. Plus, I'm from LA, and when I left in LA, it was very cold, actually. I mean, relatively speaking, it was in the 70s or so. And when I returned a month later, it was still the same, which is very unusual for LA. It should be very hot by now. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know what I got and how I did it. So the first important thing was the luggage. I'm going to put a link in the description from a woman who described many, many different types of luggages. She's traveled the world all over the place and had a lot of great tips about how to choose luggage. I ended up choosing, based on her recommendation, the Osprey Ozone, and I got the 42 liter. I don't think she talked specifically about the 42, but I got the 42 liter because I wanted it to fit in most international carry-on bins, and I had zero problem getting this in. I was heavy by just a little bit in one airport in Singapore, so what I had to do was take out stuff and stuff into my backpack. It made the weight limit, and then I was able to continue on my way. By the way, Singapore Airlines, 7 kilograms is their maximum. So anyway, the Osprey is extremely light. I am not a strong person, and I was able to lift this with no problem, get it into the overhead bin with no problem. This was a great, great choice for me. For my day pack, I chose a Lily and Drew. I will put the link about the person who talked about the Lily and Drew Weekender in there as well. This is not the Weekender. I chose not to do the Weekender because because it was too fancy for what I was going for. Oh, because another reason I got the Osprey is because I was going to be in semi-rural areas, so they have big wheels, and the wheels are really good on cobblestones and that sort of stuff, and I didn't know what kind of terrain I was going to be on, so that's why I picked the Osprey, and that's also the other reason I did not pick the Weekender. It's a little bit too nice for the rugged conditions I was going to be in, or I thought I might be in, so I got something a little bit more neutral. But I am very happy with my Lily and Drew. There's 2 reasons I really particularly love this bag. Not only what she talks about in those videos in terms of construction and that sort of thing. I loved that this thing, there's like this sleeve that you can put onto your, this thing, what do you call it? The extended thing. So if you're in the airport, you can put this on here and it doesn't fall. Does that make sense? Well, that was huge. The dual water bottle pockets were great. There's one on each side. I actually didn't want this water bottle's been around the world a bit. Water bottle on one side, and I did an umbrella on the other side. More on the umbrella later. The other thing I loved about this new pack was it has a pocket against your back. So when I was traveling, you know, and doing day packing, I would put all my valuables right here against my back. I felt very secure against pickpockets and that sort of thing. I had no problem. I kept irritating things like toilet paper. More on that later here in my day pack. So I highly recommend both of these things. They're both fairly waterproof. They look great. They managed, I mean, I traveled a whole month. There's not one scuff, stain, nothing. They're just like when I bought them. So I really, even though they're a little bit more expensive, I really recommend these 2 things. Okay, so let me just start unpacking my stuff so I can tell you what sort of things ended up being extremely valuable. I forgot where I put my umbrella at this point, but number one was the umbrella. I gotta tell you, even though it seemed like an extraneous thing to bring, I ended up loving that thing. I might have packed it in here before I go, but not only for rain, but for sun. In Asia, that sun, man, it's like a Klieg light. It's hot. You feel like a chicken McNugget. I mean, it's like really, really hot. So I would just walk around with my water bottle and my umbrella. I will say the other great tip that I got watching these videos is, bring an empty water bottle with you to the airport. So once you get through security, you can go in with your empty bottle. I'm cheap, so I just used a regular plastic bottle, and then I would fill it up on the other side. But I saw plenty of people carrying, nice plastic bottles that were reusable. I personally thought those were way too heavy, and there were times, when you don't have time to wash it. So I thought this was probably the better way to go. Who knows where that came from. So in terms of kind of things that I brought, one thing I did not regret is I just brought a little Ziploc bag to put tissues in. I was a tissue hoarder during my thing because especially in Asia, they don't necessarily provide napkins or toilet paper. So you kind of need those things. And I started that habit for that, was not disappointed in that. And you can't probably see this, but in China, they don't have a hole in their toilet paper roll. I think it's the strangest thing. It's just a stack of toilet paper. Anyway, so there's that. I also brought snacks. I brought plenty of snacks. My Larry's cookies made it all the way to China and back, but I actually had 6 of these, so I'm down to 1.5. I definitely needed those snacks because you never know when you aren't going to get to eat. And the reason I'm kind of doing this backwards is because I just got home and I wanted to share all these tips with you as I'm unpacking. So the other thing I did that I thought was brilliant, just kidding, was I brought what I called my comfort kit. This is something that I would grab and put into my day pack every time I was on the plane, because on the plane you need certain comforts, and they were great. So I wore contact lenses. One thing I brought was, I always brought on the airplane was a contact lens container with fluid already in it, just in case I get the burning and I had to put them in here. So my glasses would be in here also, and then filled one of these. I never got caught by like TSA or something to take that out. This thing, what do you call it, eye mask, is huge. I need, lip balm, lotion. I brought C-bands. I don't know if you know what these are. They are for motion sickness. I found that I didn't really need those, but the first leg of my trip had a little bit of turbulence, so I was really glad I had those. Earplugs, and then I have gum. I also brought like a little moist towelette, just in case I had to like freshen up in the bathroom. It turns out that Singapore Air had very nice amenities in it, so they had like mouthwash and really nice soaps and stuff like that, so I didn't really need this, but I had it just in case. And of course, toothbrush and hair tie, moisturizer. Okay, so that was in my comfort kit. I would have that and my, dental floss and a pen, obviously. But I bought the Trtl. I don't know if you've heard of this thing. It's a travel pillow that basically you wrap around your neck like this. I watched a couple videos about that. I'll put the link on that too. So basically you just wrap it and go like this and go to sleep. I will say it does work though. I think it works better than a travel pillow, but I found that I didn't really need it, especially because I flew premium economy on my long legs, and premium economy is so nice that you just use your headrest and you kind of don't need this. But on one of my lengths I did really need it, and it did work. It's not the most comfortable thing on earth, but sleeping on a plane is not the most comfortable thing on earth. Here are my glasses. Oh, here's something that was so useful while I was traveling, is a towel. I'll try to find the lady who suggested this to me. She suggested microfiber towel, which I think for saving space, that's a good idea. But I just use like a regular kind of hand towel, and I used a rubber band to keep it together. You could use a hair tie. I used a hair tie at some parts of the trip. I use this thing so many times. I can't even tell you. You spill something, it's raining, you're wet, there's no towels somewhere. It is great. Bring a towel. That's like basics from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, only they used a full-size one. I think a little tiny one is perfectly good. I brought some playing cards and, of course, my chargers, right? So I brought one of those things, these things, a battery charger thing. I don't know what you call it, but you can charge up your phone on it. This was very, very useful because, of course, when you're day packing and stuff and you're in the middle of nowhere using maps a lot, you run out of battery, so I definitely recommend bringing one of those. Here's another little thing that I brought. I brought little stickers with me, and these ones, you can't really see them, I don't think, because of the way things are. But anyway, they're a little bit, like, puffy. And I would, instead of giving candies to kids around, I would give them stickers, and they loved it. It transcends all, talking, and it was really great. So anyway, that's what was in my day pack. Money, of course, credit card, and my passport I would keep back there. I never had a problem at all with thievery. I also brought a day purse. I don't know what you call this, but a purse when you're not doing a day trek. I just brought a small purse to put like my hand lotion, my keys, and my phone if I was just doing something really quick like shopping or something. This thing came in so handy. It's full of junk right now. For packing, I put a lot of stuff in here that I just brought with me. But this little thing, it has like a strap over the shoulder. It was great. I used it so much during my trip. Just a quick note, this is my SIM card from Singapore. They have an $18 for 7-day deal with like 100 gigabytes of like usage and text and phone. They don't sell it in the airport. It's like $50 in the airport, but if you go to the tourist thing, you can get it for really cheap. Malaysia, you can get it immediately as soon as you get off the plane for like $12. It's fantastic. Anyway, so let me just start unpacking this guy so you can see what I was able to get in here. Here's my shoes. Oh God, they're disgusting. My flip-flops in a little bag so it doesn't muck up my thing. I also, at the last minute, when I was in Columbus, I went to Jenny's, and they gave this really pretty little bag to put the ice cream in, and I just thought that'd be really handy anyway in America. So, back in LA, so I took it with me. This is my warning that I got. Anyway, if you're doing an Airbnb in China, you have to register with the local, in Beijing anyway, you have to register with the local police, and I didn't do that, so I got pulled over at immigration. Don't do that, it's horrible. Let's see. Oh, here's another handy thing I had actually also, which was just like a small child's poncho for plastic. It fit perfectly over this thing when it was raining, because when it rains in Malaysia, it rains hard. Let me see. What we got here? Let's just open this thing. This is another nice feature of the Osprey. It's got these two like compression straps here. You just close them, and it keeps everything nice and tight. Here's my ozone. Gosh, I got a lot of stuff in here. One thing I did was, because it was cool in LA and it was going to be cooler in Columbus, I actually had to bring stuff like puffy jacket, scarf, and a hat. But in Malaysia and Singapore, and I didn't need it at all. Oh, that's my dog. Inky, get out of the way, please. What you doing? Get your buns out of there, please. So what I did is I bought these compression cubes from Trtl. Excuse me, baby. All right. So I bought these compression packing cubes. You may have heard of packing cubes, but there's ones that are compression, which basically once all the stuff is in there, you zip it again and it compresses it. I'm going to tell you, I found that I didn't really need that at all. So if you're thinking, I'm not going to do the compression, because I didn't feel like I need the compression at all, except for this puffy jacket, because it did compress this quite a lot. But perhaps if you just lay enough stuff on it, it would be compressed anyway. But the compression cubes I bought were from Trtl. I suckered in by their video, and I'll put that in the link too. They were great. I have to say, they were waterproof. They looked perfect afterwards. The zippers were very easy to use, didn't snag, very easy to use. The last part of my trip, I went to a convention, so I have a lot of stuff in here that I did not travel with. But the fact that I all got it back in here is all amazing. But I'm almost done with my tips here. The only thing oh, here's my umbrella. Found my umbrella. I wanted to share this tip, which I thought was amazing, and I'll put her link in the video too, which is when you pack these things, roll them into outfits. So like this is an outfit, and here's a shirt and maybe an underwear or whatever you want to put in there, and then you roll it all together so that when you pull it out, you just have one full outfit. And it also helped me figure out you know, what I was going to bring with me, so I didn't overbring. Of course, I got scared and I brought some extra shirts. I ended up bringing way too many tank tops. In Southeast Asia, well, Malaysia and Singapore anyway, people do not wear tank tops very much. So if you want to look like a tourist, wear your tank top, but if not, just bring a t-shirt. Most people were just in t-shirts there, and of course long pants, but that might be too hot. I actually brought some light stretchy jeans, which I wore the whole time, mostly because of bugs. I'm not a bug fan. But anyway, you can see that I rolled each outfit into a little bundle, and then I just put my 4 bundles in there. 4 bundles, 5 underwear, couple of extra shirts, which I never wore, and my many tank tops, which many I did not even end up wearing. Oh, I do say I did use this, which is a very lightweight cotton sort of, I don't know what you call shirt, long sleeve. This came in really handy in Malaysia because bugs, it dries really fast if you have to wash it. So speaking of laundry, I found laundry was not difficult for me to find at all, especially Malaysia. They have the best laundromats over there. But I did Airbnb most of the time. And Airbnb, a lot of them had laundry, so I was able to do laundry every 3 to 4 days, 4 to 5 days, whatever. But anyway, here's more of the stuff that comes in Trtl. This little oblong thing. I didn't think it would be handy, but it was. I loved it. It fit all the kind of like miscellaneous stuff that you have. By the way, this little travel hair iron was great. I'll put the link in for that if I can find it. It's really good. But yeah, and then that's it. Silk scarves from China, sarong, thing for looking under the water. Anyway, that's it. Those are the tips. I think that's everything. Oh no, there's one other thing, and that's I'm going to put the link for this in the video in the description too. There's a lady who got me to compact all my, oh my god, what have I done here? All my stuff into all my toiletries into one little tiny thing. It was great. So first of all, this is a step that I do, which is I double bag it just in case something explodes. Nothing ever exploded, so no big deal. There's also a lady who convinced me to buy this thing, which was beautiful. It's called the AirQuart. It's a quart-sized thing that you can put all your toiletries in that is TSA approved, but it's got kind of like a large bottom, so you can put a lot more stuff in it. So I put about 10 products into this thing, but there's a lady that she is just like a master of like getting all of your toiletries into small things. I, in fact, didn't do it as well as she did. But anyway, I got all this stuff in here, plus a sunscreen, and it was fine. I didn't have any trouble at all with TSA pulling me aside for this. One other tip that was critical, because I didn't do it once and I regretted it, which is to put plastic over your, your thing, just so that it doesn't explode while you're on the plane, or just in the jostling of your stuff. I did that with my bug spray, and it got all over my purse. It was terrible. One last tip, Pepto Bismol. It works. I had read an article that said to keep Montezuma's revenge away, Pepto Bismol was found to be the most effective at stopping stomach problems, and twice I had to use it, and it nipped it in the bud. It was beautiful. And yes, you can bring small hairsprays. I had to pull it out a couple times and show them that it was really hairspray, but it went through. Maybe the last thing is a small pill carrier for those of us who have to do medicine. And that's it. I hope that was helpful.